Operation Spring was a significant, though lesser-known, offensive launched during the closing stages of World War II in Europe. Fought in the summer of 1944, it was part of the Allied efforts to liberate France from German occupation and strengthen the position of the Allies on the Western Front. Background: following the successful D-Day invasion in June 1944, the Allies had begun pushing German forces back across France. As the Allies advanced eastward, they encountered stiff German resistance, particularly in the area of Normandy. To help maintain momentum and weaken German defenses, the Allies planned Operation Spring. The operation was intended to aid in the wider strategic goals of the liberation of France and further push into German-occupied territories. The objectives: 1. Strengthen Allied control of Normandy. The main goal of Operation Spring was to secure the eastern part of the Normandy region, particularly the area around Caen, a city that had been a focal point of fighting since D-Day. 2. Weaken German defenses. Another key objective was to inflict damage on the German forces stationed in Normandy and prevent them from reinforcing positions elsewhere in France. Execution of the operation. 1. The attack. On July 25, 1944, the British and Canadian forces launched the offensive, aiming to advance through the area south of the Orne River. The Allies faced strong opposition from the entrenched German forces, who had fortified positions in towns such as Verrières Ridge. 2. Heavy fighting. Despite initial advances, the operation faced stiff German resistance, including counterattacks that slowed the Allied progress. The operation became bogged down, and the Allies did not achieve all of their intended objectives. Operation Spring did not achieve a clear-cut victory, as German forces maintained control over certain strategic positions. However, the operation inflicted significant damage on German troops and contributed to the overall attrition of the enemy forces. It also kept pressure on the Germans, preventing them from regrouping and reinforcing other areas. Legacy. While not as well known as other operations during the Normandy campaign, Operation Spring played an important role in the Allied push through France. The battle for control of Normandy continued until the liberation of Paris in late August 1944, and operations like Spring kept the German forces on the defensive, helping to pave the way for the liberation of Western Europe. Though it didn't achieve all its objectives, Operation Spring exemplified the Allied determination to break German resistance and move towards ultimate victory in Europe.